I picked Japan here because this is login events that I've generated, so I know what it's going to pull back here. But this is an integration we have with a service called Spur. So this will look to see if this is part of any publicly known about VPNs or proxies or things like that. So this is a common thing and give some insight into, okay, what VPNs are the students using? Are they using Proton VPN, Easy VPN? There's so many VPN providers out there, but it also helps you figure out which users are responsible for that, which users are using that VPN that's causing that issue there. And then from there, that's where we can use those login policies to actually set some things up to potentially suspend accounts or reset passwords if they're logging in from outside the United States. And that can be very helpful. Sometimes certainly people can VPN within the United States, but that's where you can also search because you'll notice that we list out all these ISPs here. So this is something that you could search for and say, okay, I want to see all of the, say Europe, the M24/7 Europe ones. So you could come in here, paste in your internet service provider and say, I want to see all of those. So you go through and say, okay, well, here's all the users that are using this particular data center here. So this is probably where a situation where we got a lot of people using the same data center, probably using a similar VPN there as well too. The other nice thing is you can come in and click in and see how they got into the account as well too. So did they use SAML? Did they use their password to get into the account? How did they actually access the account as well? So that can be valuable information too. Unfortunately, sometimes with these data centers as well too, it's not a VPN, it's a bad actor who's using the data center because just like VPNs, anyone can buy space in a data center. So a lot of times we might see bad actors also use data centers too, and we see a lot of jumping around on accounts as well that might indicate that there's a compromised account. In fact, right now, one of the things that I've seen most commonly is there's a big data breach that happened called the NAS API data breach. It was a massive one that happened there. It compromised about 71 million accounts and 100 million passwords, and I've seen a lot of districts have some pretty interesting login activity as a result from that. So definitely some good information to look at there, and definitely great to set those policies up to keep a close eye on things.